the one to watch. This is 16 WAPT News at 6.
Bracing for Karen, when she'll hit Mississippi and how hard. Plus, we're checking preparations from Louisiana through Mississippi, live team coverage from across the Gulf Coast, and hundreds of jobs up for grabs, how you can land one and where.
Well, Karen is in the central Gulf of Mexico. The hurricane hunters saying top winds at 50. But I'll tell you what, over the last 2 hours, there is no thunderstorm activity near the center. It's all been pushed off to the east of the center because of very strong upper-level winds. Would not be surprised if this number came down later this evening. The center is totally exposed to dry air coming in from the west as the showers and thunderstorms blow off to the east. This is good news because it would prevent the storm from getting any stronger. Hurricane watches canceled and changed to tropical storm watches down there along the coast in advance of the storm. And that's the only part of the state that is under any kind of a watch. All right, here's the projected path. The middle of the night, tomorrow night, approaching the mouth of the Mississippi and the Mississippi River, and then by Sunday afternoon, up towards the Alabama-Florida coast. This is the way that stands right now with the brunt, as you saw in the satellite picture, of the bad weather to the east. So if this continues to unfold, this would be good news for the Mississippi Gulf Coast. The way it stands right now, most of Saturday, not bad on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Best chance of rain and gusty winds there late Saturday night into Sunday morning early.
Okay, thank you, David. Right now at 6, Tropical Storm Karen, you saw it, is heading our way.
We have team coverage tonight. Much of the Gulf Coast is bracing for the storm, from Mississippi to Alabama and parts of Florida to low-lying areas in Louisiana. All eyes are on the Gulf of Mexico as Karen churns. Families are stocking up on supplies. Right now, 16 WAPT's Tammy Eswick is in Biloxi. She's been checking on storm preparations.
Yeah, guys, we are bracing for Tropical Storm Karen right here on the Gulf Coast. Now take a look down this way just to give you a sense of where we are. We're about a mile away from Keesler Air Force Base, but just a block away from the Beau Rivage Casino. Now we've still making their way out to the beach today. It's kind of like the calm before the storm. A lot of them were in these waters not long ago. Now you can still see some of the watercrafts in the water. They are starting to get those out, but that's only because it's a normal day. Tomorrow we're going to come out anyway. We're going to have more coming up live on 16 WAPT News. Now I'm Tammy Eswick in Biloxi. Back to you.
All right, Tammy, thank you so much. Gulf Coast families are wasting no time preparing for what Karen may bring their way. Leaders in Pascagoula believe their area could be one of the hardest hit areas. In Hancock County, homeowners are stocking up on necessities. They're also putting their costliest belongings on higher ground in hopes of preventing them from getting flooded. It's a problem families in that area say they are familiar with.
The levees, the water's pushing back up against them, and it's coming right back here to Hancock County. Quite honestly, I don't know how much longer we could take it.
Well, sandbags are available in coastal counties.
Some residents in Louisiana are gearing up for the storm tonight. Leaders have issued a mandatory evacuation for certain parishes. 16 WAPT's Casey Ferrand is in Lafitte Parish. She continues our team coverage of Tropical Storm Karen.
It's not our first rodeo. I think we should be all right. But stay tuned, anything can happen.
When it comes to Tropical Storm Karen, Jean Lafitte Mayor Tim Kerner's motto is be prepared for anything.
They need to watch because this thing could change. And if it stalls, then it could be a situation where we have a lot of water and tidal surge dumped on us. I don't see that now, but anything can happen.
Although Friday morning the town moved about as normal, many residents here are heeding the mayor's warning and preparing their homes and families for what's to come.
There always water, and the water will come, no matter what. And even if it's a southeast wind for a week, we'll have water up to the garden.
Lafitte in southern Jefferson Parish is prone to storm surge and flooding. Although some homes are raised above the threat level, the mayor estimates 500 to 700 are not. And more than 5 feet of storm surge could have a major impact.
That we hoping it's just a 1 to 3 feet tidal surge where that you don't have any water in houses. But if it gets any worse than that, if it stalls, I hate to say the word stall, but if it stalls, then we have to be ready to go in certain areas and sandbag and do what we have to do to try to keep the water out.
And some parishes have already evacuated jails and nursing facilities ahead of the storm.
The fear of Tropical Storm Karen has caused several events to be canceled. 16 WAPT's Brittany Bell is in the Weather Center to tell us which ones.
Well, Stephanie, Karen will bring some heavy rain and also some gusty winds to portions of the coast, and that has canceled some events. So tomorrow, cruising on the coast will be canceled, and also Seafood Fest. Now, Bay Fest will still be going on, but they will be dropping some of the smaller acts on some of the smaller stages. And closer to home, we do have a couple of football games, and those really won't be impacted too much by Karen, as we are expecting some hit or miss showers, but all in all, so those games will be going on without a hitch.
All right, Brittany, thank you so much. Well, it's not just events getting canceled ahead of this weather system.
16 WAPT's Tammy Eswick spoke to casino security leaders about their storm plans.
Right now, we're in the basement of the Beau Rivage where you park. Now, they're hoping that these metal barriers built after Hurricane Katrina will stop any type of water from getting inside of the building. That's because these barriers are supposed to be waterproof, and they're hoping that they hold up.
With this kind of storm that's coming in, our big role is to watch out for any kind of storm surge. The wind and stuff isn't going to be as big a factor as storm surge. At this level, we're at 6 feet above sea level. And so what happens is if we have a storm surge of more than 6 feet, water can get in here and it can encroach in the building. So what we've done to prevent that is we come up with these storm walls here. And these basically are just layered, and there's rubber seals, and it just seals it so that the water can't get into the building and into our escalators and so forth. And basically what this does is this protects us up to about a 10-foot tidal surge.
The Beau Rivage says they've also sent letters out to guests in the hotel to let them know that there is a storm coming, but they're leaving it up to them whether they're going to evacuate or not. In Biloxi, Tammy Eswick, 16 WAPT News.
And right now is the time to get the 16 WAPT Hurricane app. You can track Karen and any other tropical storms or hurricanes that could develop. Just go to the App Store and download it onto your iPhone or Android.
Investigators are searching for the person who intentionally set a home on fire in Jackson. Firefighters arrived at the home